Do you know what time it is? It is June, which means it's Real Estate Planning Month. We are here to run through your real estate planning and lifestyle guide and give you a free copy so that you can work on planning where you want to be for real estate. Now, I know so many people out there spend more time in June planning a summer vacation than they do reviewing their real estate portfolio or where they want to be, but it's all about to change now that we've hit National Real Estate Planning Month. Hey there, Christian Walsh, real estate agent with Wire Associates, Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, and we have been helping buyers and sellers make the best plans that fit their real estate needs. And remember, we can't give tax or legal advice, but for the most honest and up-to-date real estate advice, subscribe to this channel. So we're going to take a quick run through the Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Real Estate and Lifestyle Planning Guide, and make sure you click the link below to download or visit wireassociates.com/June, because June is Real Estate Planning Month, as we mentioned. So Berkshire Hathaway is bringing this out there, trying to grow this concept. The home, obviously, as Warren Buffett says, is one of the most important assets that most people will ever buy. Homes are also where memories are made, and you want to work with someone you can trust. So that's why you're going to work with someone like me. So let's move into this. We'll skip through the introduction. You can read that. The need for real estate planning. Most people spend more time planning a vacation in the summer than they do actually planning their real estate goals and where they want to be when they go down the road. So you can read through this, talks about the generations and their different approaches to real estate. Overly generalized, of course. The approach to real estate that matters is your approach to real estate. So moving in, there's 4 steps. You're going to determine your lifestyle needs and goals, review your options, formulate goals, develop a plan. This is a very high-level overview in this document. Very helpful, gets the creative home juices flowing. This is not meant to replace actually us sitting down and having a discussion, but you're going to use this to start to plan, whether you're looking to buy a first-time home, whether you're looking to sell and move into another one, or whether you're looking to invest, and we'll talk about more of that in that later. So this is an important exercise to run through to determine what things are important to you. And even if you're an experienced buyer and you're bought and sold many homes, it's still worthwhile to sit down and run through this, because preferences change over time. And if there's more than one person who's going to be buying the home, if you have a spouse or partner who's buying it with you, it's also helpful to have them do this on their own, and then you can compare notes. In fact, what I'd recommend is you actually have 2 different copies so that you can each answer it honestly and then compare to see what's important. So you're going to run through the list of different questions there, and then you're going to list your 5 most important factors when considering your next move. Again, I'm giving you a link to paper. It's old-fashioned, I know, but you can print it out and actually fill this out. I would have 1 for you, 1 for your partner or spouse. If you have another person you're buying with, fill them out independently and compare notes. It'd be great for discussion. Another important question, where you live now, whether you own it or you rent it or you're living with parents. Figure out what you like about where you live right now, most, what you like least, and what things you want in your next home. What are the important things to you when it comes to buying that next home or moving into that next rental? Then as a checklist, you can run through, pick out the important items to you. Again, very high level, but definitely worth considering some of these important points here on what's important for you in a home. And the neighborhood, what matters for you. And think big. Don't just force yourself to think about local neighborhoods. You're thinking about a big plan, so maybe it means looking at another area in a different state, far away, etc. Maybe a different country. We can even help you get a place in Spain or Portugal, etc. We have Berkshire Hathaway offices there. So think big. What things are important to you? And then you got some blank lines. You can add in other important community amenities. Moving into step 2, review your lifestyle options. Big part of this is renting versus buying. And it is not an easy answer. I know most realtors, oh, you absolutely have to buy. Renting is stupid. No, renting does make sense. I was a renter for a very long time. I'm not afraid to admit that. We weren't settled in where we were going to be. My wife is actually a property manager. So what we would do is we would move from community to community that she was managing. It made sense. We got a smoking deal because she worked there. Look at all the different factors. See what makes sense for you. If you're going to stay put in a place, and financially it makes sense. You have the money for the down payment plus the additional costs. It may make sense for you to buy, but it's a personal decision. Where it talks about benefits of home ownership, this came from corporate. These aren't my personal views necessarily on why home ownership is important, but there's some good stuff in here, and including that homeowners enjoy preferential tax treatment and the fact that you can build equity and wealth if you buy at the right time. Those are important, but it's not the end all be all. If renting makes sense for you, do it. And people that are planning their lifestyle right now may decide they need a bigger home. They've got a bunch of babies coming or want to move into a more exclusive neighborhood, whatever it is. That is something that some folks are considering, and there's some advice here. You may also be considering downsizing. Maybe you don't need all that space. Really, the answer, and I think this is a great way to put it, is right sizing, finding a home that fits your needs. Maybe you want a huge home, and if you can afford it, you go ahead and get a huge home. If you want 15,000 square feet for a family of 4 and you can afford it, go ahead. Don't feel bad for a minute. But if you want to fit yourself into a single level home for whatever reason that's smaller, make sure you go ahead and plan and make that happen. It's really about right sizing what makes sense for you. Some folks have multi-generational housing or special needs, and there's some great tips here related to that. Not all housing is one size fits all. If you need to have multiple generations living together because you need to take care of each other, find the solution that is going to work for you. There are options out there, and you need to turn to an experienced professional like us in order to help you find that right home for your needs. Moving quickly into step 3, where you formulate your goals. By now you've got some thoughts on potentially where you want to be and what you want. We've got to figure out your time frame. This is a good time actually to take all your goals and have a good discussion with an experienced professional to see how you can turn this into a plan that's going to work for you. Oh, and look at that. Step 4 is develop a lifestyle plan. Figure out a plan, figure out the timing, and coming up with short range goals. Usually one of the short range goals that we recommend would be, for example, to meet with a loan officer, get an idea of what you can afford, or if there's anything you can do to fix your credit, increase your income, do that early on. That would be a good short range goal. Even if ultimately you're not going to be buying anything for 6 months or a year, still worthwhile to do that in the short range goals. And then we'll come up with mid-range and long-term goals so that we can get timing on a calendar so that you have a plan that you can execute to get you where you want to be when you want to be there. And I like this, and again, it's on paper, it's old-fashioned, but these are a bunch of real estate and lifestyle related services. It's actually good to look at it on paper to see where you have holes in the people you need. Who's that at the top? Well, there's my contact info if you want to reach out. If you're outside of Southern California, we'll find you somebody, the perfect person to put on that line there. And then if you're working with us, we're going to be able to help you fill out these other ones. And if you're working with a professional in your area, they're going to help you figure out who the right people are. And it may be a couple people you may need if you're not happy. That's why we have a depth in our Rolodex, if you know what that is. If you're not too young, we have several people for all of these, plus more, babysitters, tutors, etc. All the things you need as a parent and as a real estate agent. We have lists of people who can help out, and any experienced professional is going to have that for you. And why do I identify as a forever agent? And what does that mean? Well, that means that really I will be there to help you, whatever your real estate and real estate adjacent needs are. Ask us for help. It isn't all about the transaction. In fact, I've told clients it doesn't make sense to buy or sell at this point in time. Let's come up with a plan where down the road it does, or maybe it never does. When you have a forever agent, someone who you trust and they trust you and they're going to be around forever, it doesn't matter the transaction right now. In the long run, it will work out for everybody involved. Long-term trust, someone you can turn to for questions you have. That is what a forever agent is. And again, this guide is a high level look at your real estate needs. You still have many more out there. We could have a 300-page guide that doesn't even touch on anything. Here's a few more things that we've added. We've done content on this, and we love to talk about this stuff and a whole lot more. California, Proposition 19, transferring property taxes. That's a big deal when you inherit real estate. Property taxes have changed. We'd love to talk about that. 1031 exchanges, being a landlord and landlord rights, being a renter and renter rights, remodeling, a residential remodeling specialist. That's what we are. We can come in and we can help you figure out what things you can do to maximize the return on investment when you're selling, or we can just help you even if you're not selling. If you just need to remodel or want to remodel, turn to us and we can point you to the appropriate professionals. SB 9, which is a big deal. We have a ton of content on that. Accessory dwelling units. Minimizing capital gains taxes when you're selling. That is something you need to come up with a plan, and we love to help with that. And that's whether it's a primary residence or investment properties. And then planning for your whole real estate portfolio, personal investment. A lot of our clients have multiple real estate assets, residential, commercial, etc. We work together to get all those pieces of the puzzle to fit together, and it also depends on where they are and when they are in their life. What you want or need earlier in life is going to change as you get through life and change towards the end of life, and that's what we want to be able to help you plan for. What are you waiting for? Get your copy of the guide below or visit wireassociates.com/June. You'll also be subscribed to our free weekly email newsletter. We cover topics like this, plus a whole lot more for buyers and sellers and landlords and tenants. Have any real estate planning questions? Leave them below and we'll get you answers. And if you like this video, you're going to love one of these two. Choose wisely. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Christian Walsh, Forever Agent with Wire Associates, Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, and we want to hear from you.